I think a lot of people have on their smartphones now the calorie counting apps.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to count calories? Do we need to know how much daily is going into our bodies? Is that important?
Yeah, so I love calories per meal, calories per day. So you know, a lot of people say, oh, it makes you obsessed. It doesn't to me. It gives me power. See, everything to me is about, I want to understand my food. And all the clients I've worked with, that's what people want. You don't have to weigh your food for the rest of your life, but you need to know what your portions are. No, like a lot of people, they don't even know what 4 ounces or 5 ounces of chicken is. They don't know what, so if you never measured it, how do you even know what that is? So calories matter. They matter to the point where you're satisfied and then you're ready to eat. So initially, I think people should measure their food for 2 to 3 weeks. I think they should be very clear on their calories per meal, not per day, and then understand their protein, fat, carb ratio. Once they get that and they can start visualizing it, now they go to a restaurant. Okay, I know how to order. Now they go out of the country or they travel to a different state. I know what to do. So now they're starting to win with their food. When they're busy and they set up something called like a mobile readiness food kit, they know, okay, I can get some turkey jerky. I can get some nut, that's my protein, my nuts for my fat, and I can bring an apple as my carb. So we're setting people up to win. So initially you should measure, you need to be present to calories per meal, not per day.
Okay. Well, building on that, you talk a lot about the ratio, protein, carbs, fats. So many people say, I want to start eating better, I just don't know where to start.
Yeah.
What do they need to know, especially about that ratio and just in general, how to start eating cleaner?
So first step is you have to learn what a protein, fat, and carb is.
Sure.
That's the most important thing. You know, I would always assume that people knew what it was. And then I started doing a lot of elementary schools, and I'd be teaching the kids, and I'm all, okay, this is for the kids. And then after, the teachers would come up to me and say, man, I learned so much about a protein, fat, carb. So I'm thinking, wait a second. I'm assuming too much. That's our problem. Like, I think about my elementary, my middle, my high school. I never learned about food. Never. We don't educate anyone about food. So, and then once I got to college, you're assumed to know what a protein, fat, carb is. And people don't. So you got to first learn that. Then it's important to know that we talk about blood sugar. Each one matters. So protein, fat, and carbs provide our body with energy. Protein affects that hormone glucagon. Carbs affect insulin. Fat slows down digestion. That's why the 3 have to be in every meal. So once you know what it is, you understand why you need to have it in every meal, which allows you to then do it. Then it's just knowing, I look at dividing your plate. So it's not really like a third. It's more like 35% protein, 35% carb, 30% fat. So it's like your protein's here, your carbs are here, fat's there. And if you can just do that with your plate every 3 hours, satisfied after every meal, ready to eat when it's time to eat, you're going to win.
I think a lot of people get ingrained that you have your 3 squares a day, and that's it. So, you know, they hold off till noon and then hold off till 6 p.m. But that's, again, that's the wrong way of thinking, you're saying.
Well, and to me, I'm very cautious about using wrong ways and right way. The reality is that I'm speaking from the physiology of the body. The 3 squares a day was a thought process from a long, long time ago. There's no legitimacy to it. You know, the whole thing with breakfast was about breaking the fast.
Sure.
So, and then lunch, and then dinner, and it was much more about lifestyle, not what the body needs. Because think about this, guy. A baby feeds 6 to 7 times a day. And then come that first year of life, we have an 8-year-old son, and come that first appointment when Hunter turned 2, once he achieved the right amount of weight so he could survive by not eating that way, he said, okay, now he can just eat the way you eat. It makes no sense physiologically. If we're meant to feed that way the first year of life, why would we ever stop that lifestyle? It's because it's harder to eat the mid-morning, mid-afternoon meal. So I think the 3 squares had nothing to do with what's best for our bodies. Had much more to do with what our day looks like. And then now when one person does it, the parents then duplicate it to the kids, and that gets passed to generation. Physiologically speaking, we know you have to feed your body consistently. Every research shows that now. You must stabilize your blood sugar. And until we start shifting our mindset, and we're not going to stop the regression. And to me, people are looking for the answers and solutions. And that's why I'm honored to be able to do this with you today, is that we're really helping people find a better way.